He leaned forward and told the judge the black mold blooming across my bedroom wall was just an act of God. I watched the fluorescent lights flicker across the cheap gloss on his shoes. I said nothing. For 2 years, he was my landlord. Mr. Keller was the kind of landlord who ignored texts about the broken dishwasher for 6 months and let himself in unannounced to check the wiring. I put up with it because the rent was $400 under market in a city where that mattered, and I was saving every penny for a down payment. I tolerated his passive aggression for the dream of my own front door. The breaking point came at 3 a.m. on a Tuesday when the pipe in the ceiling finally gave way. It ruined my mattress, my laptop, and a box of my grandfather's journals. And I finally got him on the phone, voice thick with sleep and annoyance. He sighed and said, "You should have had renter's insurance for your little trinkets." Something in me went silent. I didn't yell. I hired a mold inspector the next day for $650 out of my own pocket. I printed the 37 unanswered emails I'd sent him over 4 months, each one with a time-stamped photo of the growing water stain on the ceiling. I got a signed affidavit from my neighbor, Wallace, confirming he'd heard me mention the leak on at least 3 separate occasions. My lawyer, a woman who specialized in tenant rights, called his claim of being a by-the-book landlord a beautiful starting point for our case. When he finished his speech in court, I handed the judge my folder. Negligence isn't an act of God. The judge looked at the first dated photo. Then he asked Keller for his maintenance logs. Housing Code 14.8 requires a written response in 72 hours. Keller's face went slack as the judge read the mold inspector's conclusion. Damage consistent with a minimum of 120 days of unaddressed water saturation. The judgment was for the full $10,000, plus a mandatory inspection of all 4 of his properties by the city. Last week, I used some of the money to buy a brand new fiddle leaf fig for my new apartment. It's amazing how well things can grow when you're not slowly being poisoned. I found a perfect spot for it, right next to a small, waterproof safe where I keep my little trinkets.